If you've been boxing for a while, chances are you've probably had to deal with some stinky gloves at one point or another. You know exactly what I'm talking about, that horrid stench that just does not seem to go away. Allow me to introduce the Glove Purifier, the answer to the stinky glove problem. The Glove Purifier comes equipped with two essential functions: drying and ozone. The drying feature safely and effectively dries out the sweat from your gloves using their thermal heat technology. And the ozone feature works by deodorizing the stinky scent from your gloves, making them smell as good as new again. Alright, what up guys? I'm going to tell it to you guys straight. I've been using the Glove Purifier now for about 2-3 weeks. I've been hitting the bag, going to the gym with my gloves, and each time I'm a notorious sweater. Okay, I'm sweating all over the place. I'm drenched. I'm leaving puddles everywhere, and you know what that means: sweaty hands. I'm not usually like a sweaty palm, nervous type of dude, but when I am working out, I'm putting in work, and you know, I'm building that sweat equity. So before, what I would usually do is after my workout, I'd put my gloves in my gym bag, and when I get home, I just put a piece of paper, some newspaper in it, and you know, stuff it in the glove. And maybe sometimes if it's a nice weather outside, sunny, I'll leave it outside to dry. That works, okay, but there's a few problems with that. Like if you're leaving your gloves out in harsh sunlight, it's gonna damage the leather, especially if you have genuine leather, a good Turkish leather like these Hidden Move gloves over here. So leaving them out in the sun for extended periods of time, it's not good for the longevity and lifespan of your gloves. What also helps is putting those like silicone packets, drying out packets in your gym bag, even stuffing a few of them in your glove. That would do the trick. But here's the thing, with the newspaper, with leaving it out to air dry, with the silicone packets, my gloves with my sweat equity would usually take around 2 to 3 days to fully dry out. And you see where the issue is for most people. A lot of people out there, they're gonna have like maybe 1 to 2 pairs in the rotation. Most people starting out, especially if they're just starting out like hobbyists, 70 to 80% of all combat athletes are hobbyists, they're gonna have one good pair of gloves. And the fact that those types of people are going to be using those gloves day in and day out, it doesn't really give your gloves adequate time to dry. And this is where my good friend over here, the Glove Purifier, comes in. So I'm going to walk you guys through on how to use it right now and show you how effective it really is. All right, so let's say you get your Glove Purifier, came in the mail. It's going to come unassembled like so. You're gonna have 2 of the peaks over here. It doesn't matter whether you put them left or right. And you're gonna have the actual base itself over here, okay? And what you're gonna wanna do is put the peaks into the 2 slots over here. Okay, I made the mistake initially where I did not put the peak in all the way. So you want to make sure there's no space between this part and the base over here. So if you see any gap, that means it's not in fully. All right, so just checking the front. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it that well, but there is no space in between. I'll show you on the other side how I had it. Okay, this is how I had it, like that. Now, if you can see this side, there's a space in between. And I was like, why aren't my gloves drying properly? Why isn't this working? Okay, the thing is, you have to put it in all the way. Okay, once it's in all the way, it comes with the plug over here. You're gonna find an outlet. All right, boom. And then you're gonna line up your gloves onto the peaks. I like to put my left glove on the left side. I like to put my right glove on the right side. And here's the thing, you wanna make sure the arches are angling out towards the logo, angling out towards the front. And when you put your gloves in, you don't wanna put it the opposite way. You want to put it in the same line, the same shape as the arch. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's see. So I'm going to line it up and gently slide it down. And then you want to make sure you get it all the way in. So pull it down to where you see the glove compartment, hand compartment, finger area start to open up. Okay, that's where all the sweat is trapped. Okay, you're gonna get the other glove, right glove, going on. So depending on which way you look at it, okay, if I'm looking at from this way, I'm gonna put my right glove on the left side. But if I'm looking at this way, I'm gonna put the right glove on the right side. All right, so I'm right here, boom, like so. Okay, now that they're fully in place, you can separate them just a little bit so they're not touching. Okay, if they're squished together, you kind of like position them a little bit differently. And I'd say loosen up your gloves a little bit before putting them in, so don't strap it up fully. Now what's going to happen next, you're going to press power. All right, and so you hear the fans going right now. When you press power, okay, I'm going to turn it off for this. So when you press power, you're going to see 120 minutes by default. All right, 120 minutes time by default, and it's going to have the ozone and drying function on at the same time. So for me, the most effective thing to do first, if you have a sweaty glove, is just to do the drying feature. And depending on how much you sweat, you can modify the time. So it has a subtract time, add time button. It has a power button, ozone button, and drying. So again, we press power. It's on by default for 120 minutes. Ozone is on, drying is on. Okay, from here, I'm gonna subtract the time. I'm gonna go about, it could be anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes, okay? So since I had a hard workout, I'm gonna go 60 minutes of drying. And if I just want drying, I wanna take out the ozone feature. So I'm gonna press ozone, and then it shuts the ozone feature off. After 60 minutes of drying, what I'll do next is turn on the ozone feature for about 30 to 60 minutes, depending on how smelly my glove is. So it's very straightforward. The drying feature uses their thermal heat technology to dry out your glove safely and effectively. Okay, it does it in such a way that doesn't shrink or damage the interior of your gloves. So that is really special in itself. You don't have to leave it out in the sun for extended periods of time. You can get all the drying you need within 30 to 60 minutes. And then from there, again, if you have smells, if odors in the glove, you can disinfect it first by using whatever disinfectant you might have. Lysol, a lot of people use that, or just wipe it down inside. And then from here, press power again. And then what I'll do is turn off the drying and then set the time I want for ozone. So let's just go, let's just go 30 minutes for that. And then you just let it run. It shuts off by itself after the allotted time you input. By the end of it, carefully take it out. Give it a smell check and give it a feel check. Okay? And then guys, like, you're gonna have brand new smelling gloves. You're gonna extend your gloves lifespan, increase their longevity, keep that glove brand spanking new, great quality. And still, you can still do those old methods you were doing in the past, like storing it with a newspaper, putting the silicone packets on it. And that's it, guys. It's a real game changer, real lifesaver for your gloves. It saves time, saves money, because say you do all those, previous methods, you're gonna decrease the lifespan of your gloves, which means eventually you know, you're gonna have to buy new gloves. So, you know, if you wanna maintain that lovely pair of gloves you guys use your hard-earned money to buy, I highly recommend getting the Glove Purifier, because it does exactly what its name is. So guys, talk is cheap. This right here is the real deal. It does exactly what it says and advertises it's supposed to do. It purifies your glove from the inside out. You know, glove hygiene is very, very important. I can't tell you guys how many times I've been hit in the face, and you know, the smell, the whiff of their glove, you know, hurt more than the actual impact of the strike. So you never want to be that person, and I'm sure you or your friends at the gym definitely know what I'm talking about. So if you guys want to save some money on the Glove Purifier, I'm going to leave a promo code somewhere in this video. It's either going to be in the description or, you know, a caption somewhere. So look out for that. Save some money, get the Glove Purifier, and thank me later. All right guys, I'm going to stop talking. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Peace.